but the name will come by. Chef Morris Coles, he's 5-0 in the UFC. Just doesn't seem it when you look at his record, 18-6, but I believe it's either 4-0 or 5-0 in UFC. He's doing pretty good, man. 17, like in that performance against Joe Anderson Brito, he just wrestled him. He held. He basically laid him prey. Didn't do too much with the ground control. He just held him. He didn't do anything. I don't see it happen against a good fighter like Mariscal. Not taking away from Brito, but with it coming in with a right game plan, he's gonna approach it differently. So yeah, I see something happening with that. Mariscal's gonna take this one by. I'm gonna go by TKO. None of that rest is gonna work on him. So, and besides the winner of this should get either a ranked opponent or just outside the rankings. So yeah, big up for whoever wins this one. Moving on, Kyle Dawkins versus GM3, the GOAT, 37-20. We watched Kyle Dawkins' return against Michel Pereira. That was very, very impressive. I genuinely couldn't believe it. Like, I'm not saying Michel Pereira is some freak of a fighter. I mean, he's good, but can never be that good. But it's more that I didn't expect that from Kyle Dawkins of all people. That left hook he had was amazing. He's a pretty good fighter. Perhaps he's leveled up since being cut and done some big things. He really seemed to have a lot of power in that fight as well. Honestly, I don't want to put anything on GM3, but he's useless at this point. He's literally a boxing bag that can't even secure a takedown anymore. He used to be able to, he literally cannot do anything anymore. He should retire. Perhaps he will if Kyle Dawkins wins this one. But yeah, I'm gonna go Kyle Dawkins by KO or TKO. I see it pretty clearly. So yeah, that's what I'm locking in. Moving on. Oh, I'm excited for this one. I'm not sure if this is the featured prelim. No, this is the featured prelim. Yeah. Yeah. Malcolm Allmaker versus Cody Haddon. Cody Haddon hasn't fought in a while. He was supposed to fight Alexandre Topuria back in February, but he pulled out of that one and hasn't fought ever since. Malcolm Allmaker, we know Malcolm Allmaker. 2 wins in the UFC, 2 bonuses, 2 KOs. Freakish power. Genuinely, it's scary. It's insane. He is athletic. Cody Haddon is genuinely good. I think he's a very good fighter. I think he's only had 1 fight in the UFC. But a good performance. Obviously he's very green. And you can say the same about Malcolm Wellmaker anyways. Both green fighters, but similar fighters too. I might be I'm sure Cody Haddon might take the grappling advantage here. But it hasn't worked on Wellmaker yet, at least. People tend to stand with him and bang. He has very good feints. To me, Malcolm Wellmaker is one of those fighters who I see is he just fights like he just looks experienced, like very experienced when he fights, and for like someone who hasn't been doing MMA for a long time, I find it really impressive. Yeah, not that he has experience, but he fights experience. I'm gonna take Malcolm Wellmaker here by. I don't ever want to say KO. He has that power, but Cody Haddon doesn't fear nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna say Malcolm Wellmaker by KO. Moving on, Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. I wish he said the rankings here. Anyways, I believe this is an underdog pick, even though I can't see the odds. But what I'm about to say is Tracy Cortez. I'm gonna take her by decision. She must have fought once ever since that Rose fight. But in that Rose fight, I don't know, it was very hard to tell. Like, or what could she have done different, whatever. Of course she fought after that, got a win back, and Blanchfield, of course, her main event was cancelled on the spot when Macy Barber had a seizure. It's been a while since then, and of course it's a while since she didn't fight that night. Tracy Cortez, I think she's, very active, like just light striking, very quick, good cardio. I think the activeness of Tracy Cortez will get her the win. That's why I'm picking her. Just always moving. Erin Blanchfield, I think she beat Rose actually, Erin. But that's not gonna overtake my pick. I'm picking Tracy Cortez by decision. Once again, wish I could see the odds. Anyways, moving on. This is an absolute banger. I genuinely can't wait for this one. Gregory Rodriguez versus Roman Kopylov. I'm taking Gregory Rodriguez by KO. Probably a little like his previous one against Jack Hermanson. Maybe not round 1, but it could even be round 1. But yeah, I'm taking Gregory Rodriguez. He's going to get his ranking, and he'll only go up from here. He'll go back on his little KO, get KO'd streak. Roman Kopylov had no answers for Paulo Costa in his last fight. He was so just throwing the same thing, same combo, the same movement, same footwork, same sequences. He didn't have an answer. He didn't know what to do. He was just standing there, arms up. He got knocked down. Yeah, Gregory Rodriguez, just always pushing forward. He is RoboCop. He's insane, man. That power he packs too. Like, if Gregory Rodriguez hits Kopylov with what Paulo Costa hit him with, he's going out cold. And he probably will hit him with it. Just something like it. He'll hit him with something, that's for sure. He'll find the punch. If he can knock down Jared Cannonier 2 times, I'm sure he'll do the same to Roman Kopylov. I'm going to take Gregory Rodriguez by round 1 or 2 KO. Moving on, feature prelim. This was on the main card, but glad it's not now. Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. This one's going to be simple to me. Bo Nickel, obviously he lost his last one. You can call him a can, whatnot, but I think this will be light work for Bo Nickel. If he's smart. I guess Paul Craig, he wasn't smart at all. He was just standing there. Didn't shoot for a takedown. Like, you're scared of the back control of Paul Craig. I get it, but, show that you're a fighter. Rodolfo Vieira is... Yeah, he's very much on the bottom half of the middleweight division. He's not very good. Bo Nickel will probably wrestle, but I think that he's going to use the wrestling to as a threat. I think that Bo Nickel's going to go for the knockout. He wants to make a statement coming off of that almost embarrassing loss to RDR. So that's just my thoughts. So yeah, I'm going to take Bo Nickel by TKO. I reckon he's lost that confidence of getting round 1 KOs or just early finishes. I'm gonna say he's gonna get it in round 2 or 3. So yeah, Bo Nickel will take her round 2 or 3. On to the main card. Beneil Dariush versus Benoit Saint-Denis. The man from Iran. The man from France. I hate to doubt Beneil Dariush. Especially considering he beat Makhachev, who beat BSD. But it's just so easy to doubt him coming, even though he won his last one, coming off of those 2 very bad KO losses, and counting all the times he's been KO'd in his career, just knowing BSD as well, he's a finisher. But Beneil Dariush has way more experience. He's he's got that skill set. He's got the great wrestling. He's got the he's got the rangy kicks that can shut you down. He's got the not even rangy striking, but he's got striking that benefits his wrestling in a way. I think he's a very smart fighter. That's probably just the best way I can put it. He's a very smart fighter. He's experienced. BSD, he's had his tests. We sort of know his limit as of right now. I was personally very surprised though with his victory over Rufy. So that it's good to know that he can get that one done. So that's why I'm having BSD open in this pick. See, if you made this fight probably 6 months ago, I still would have picked Dariush. I picked Dariush against Moicano. I generally knew it. Like, people are doubting this guy way too much just because he's been KO'd, but I know Dariush is still good. Within this fight, I think it comes down to the striking. To be honest, I don't think much wrestling is gonna happen. And of course, Dariush can get caught. He got caught by Moicano. Like he'll get knocked down in every single fight. It's really hard to tell here. But the way he fought against Moicano was good. He was staying on the outside, just in, out, linear, exponential, whatever. He was just in, out, left, right, mixing some takedowns, body kicks, jabs. Like that worked really well. But he's gonna have to be perfect here against BSD. And honestly, I think he's gonna get it. So I'm taking Beneil Dariush by decision. Moving on, Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. I actually watched the Embedded today, and I saw Leon Edwards in training. I saw some, like this one spinning elbow he did, and it just reminded me, like, Leon Edwards is really good. He's a really good fighter. He's extremely gifted and extremely skilled. He is so good. Like, he's so good. That guy was a champ. But why isn't he anymore? It's because, he's very weak-minded. He has no heart. He can't push in a fight. He doesn't have killer instinct. Only if he did, Only if he had that dog in him, which Carlos Prates does. And from the moment this fight got announced, I'm like, yeah, Prates by KO. I do want to consider Edwards, though. What does Edwards have? Like, if Prates hurts him, especially in round 1, not finished, but if he just hurts him a bit, I have a feeling Edwards is just gonna be like, I'll just have the win. He's just gonna give up right then and there. And that's how I see Edwards as a fighter. He's so skilled, but he doesn't have that in him. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. I'm not saying it'll hurt him in round 1, but I'm sure Edwards will come in with a game plan to mix in takedowns. I reckon he'll go for a similar performance as Ian Gary did with Prates. So I'm gonna, of course, consider that. But, Prates will be 100% be expecting that. And he'll know what to do different now. I trust Carlos Prates. That's, like, one of my favorite fighters. I expect him to win this one. So I'm picking Carlos Prates by KO. I don't see any of his fights going to decision. Ian Gary did, but not this one. Though he could. But yeah, KO. Moving on, Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. And Michael Morales against Gilbert Burns. That fight told me a lot. It's like, damn, this guy is legit. He has power, length. If you take him down, he'll just stand right back up. He's so rangy, and Sean Brady is the same frame as Gilbert Burns. He could do it like that, but to Sean Brady, he's not gonna fight the same. Of course, he's not gonna fight the same as Gilbert Burns after seeing what happened. He's not gonna use that long guard, which obviously is not a very smart thing to do against a longer guy. He'll be rushing for those takedowns, I reckon. Even if it's not meaning he's gonna lay and pray, he's gonna have that takedown in his mind instantly, right? Sean Brady is stronger on the ground compared to Gilbert Burns at this point of his career, at least. I think he will be able to hold him on the ground here, but Michael Morales is such an evolving fighter. I think we're going to see some improvements in his game even from his last performance. 18-0 versus 18-1. I think Michael Morales is going to shock the world. He's going to do something crazy, man. I'm picking Michael Morales by KO. I really do. And I think it would have been a mistake of Sean Brady to take this fight, considering he could have waited for a title shot or just a better fight. But yeah, Michael Morales by KO is my pick. Moving on to the co-main event, Valentina Shevchenko. This idea of picking this fight was very simple to me. It's going to be very similar to Tatiana Suarez's fight with Zhang Weili. If Valentina Shevchenko can keep Zhang Weili on the ground, she wins. It's going to be like the Alexa Grasso 2 performance, or 3, sorry. Though, if she can't, Zhang Weili's going to pick her apart. Zhang Weili has fought taller opponents. Of course, not the size of Valentina, but she's fought taller opponents. She can get around anything, any reach, any style. I trust her so much on the feet. So that's all it is to me. If Valentina Shevchenko can hold Zhang Weili down, she will win. You know, it's very easy to think about, considering she'll be bigger. You know, I think that will be the case. Even that head kick is there for Valentina. She kicked Weili's head right off. That height differences. You know, it's only 5'5", 5'6" here, but it'll be much bigger. When they face off, you'll be like, oh, I don't know, the height difference is that crazy. Yeah. And seeing it being different from what I just stated. Just for the fact that Valentina is longer, the striking is going to be different. You know, I think this fight is set up for Valentina Shevchenko to win. In the sense that she'll be bigger, longer, heavier grappler. And she won't even struggle on the feet, just for the fact of the reach. So, yeah, I'm picking Valentina Shevchenko, ideally by decision. So yeah, Valentina Shevchenko by decision. And the main event, JDM versus Islam Makhachev. Man, all my heart be pounding for this fight. Of course, we know JDM, 18-fight win streak. We see what he's capable of, striking-wise and wrestling defense-wise. I do believe Islam Makhachev's grappling and wrestling, of course, is stronger than Belal Muhammad's. I think Islam will get on top of JDM. He can have some submission with threats. JDM will know how to escape them, but you know, just for the wrestling control and the submission attempts, that will put Makhachev like up on the scorecards in the earlier rounds. And I see after round 2 or 3, it's gonna pan out like the Dustin Poirier fight a little bit. After all that, it's gonna be stand up pretty much for the next, like for round 3 and 4. And I don't think Makhachev is gonna be able to get him down after that. The cardio is gonna have an effect. It's gonna be all stand up from there. So for that, I'm going to pick JDM. I'm picking JDM. You know, he's gonna wear him out. He's gonna escape all the early submission threats. And yeah, he's just gonna escape it early on, and it's gonna be a breeze from him there. Round 3, 4, 5, he'll pick him apart. I do totally like consider that KO. Like, he can most certainly KO Islam Makhachev. Just because he couldn't KO Belal Muhammad doesn't mean he can't KO Islam Makhachev. He can for sure do it. I think Belal's chin is stronger anyways, but yeah, JDM by decision. I'm considering that late KO. So yeah, JDM by decision or late KO. Those are my picks. Thank you for watching. UFC 322 right around the corner, and come back to this video when I get all the picks right. Thank you.